Welcome back. It's me. Welcome back to episode 2 of Relearning Minecraft. So glad to have you back. We're going to have a wonderful day. I think today, because we spent so long in the village last episode, I think we're going to stay a little bit closer to home today and probably work on the barn and the farm. We'll see how far we get. So let's go and do that. Okay, we're at the barn and I'm not actually sure what I'm gonna do. I did a little bit of research, if you can call it that, on Pinterest, and so I have a few ideas. I want to try the stripped wood. I don't like that. Okay, I don't like that, but I thought stripped wood was fairly new. I think when I kind of stopped playing Minecraft was around the time stripped wood was added, so it still feels like a new block to me. And I looked up to see when it was added to the game, and it was 2018, which was a really long time ago. So stripped wood is not new like I thought it was. Yeah. Okay. That looks a little bit better. I still feel like I don't like it. I think it needs some sort of texturing, so maybe these stairs, I can add this and make a little, little roof up here. Not a roof. Oh, stairs are gonna do those annoying things where they don't, stairs never do what you want them to do they? Okay, go where I tell you to. Thank you. Yeah, no, that doesn't work either, does it? I don't know if it's just because it's pink or really what's going on here. If I try cobble stairs, maybe that'll look a little bit better. Or what else? What else do you use to texture something? Because, yeah, I think that's what this needs. I think it needs some sort of, it's just very flat right now, right? Like I added the extra layer of wood on the top, which I think really helped. But the rest of it needs something because it's just very flat. So maybe some stairs or some slabs, maybe? Maybe it needs a new type of block too. That's why I tried to do it with the stripped wood, but I don't think I like that. So maybe some cobblestone in there would help to kind of split up. Right now it's all wood, I'm just realizing that. Okay, yeah, maybe I'll try some cobblestone slabs to start. Let's see how that looks. If I can, yeah, there you go. That's how you make a slab. Okay. Yeah, maybe that'll look better than stairs. We'll try that out. So for the next while, I just fiddled around and tried out a bunch of things trying to make this barn look semi-okay. I tried cobblestone, I tried stairs, I tried anything I could think of, and eventually got to a spot where I was pretty happy and just called it there because I had been going on for so long and it's all I had the brain power for. So enjoy this little compilation of me trying new things. You know what? Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I mean, it took me long enough, but no, I actually think that's not bad. I just realized I'm missing a staircase on the one end there, which I'm gonna have to fix, but I'm actually pretty proud of that. It's not perfect. I know there's probably a lot of other things I could have done which would have made that look better, but no, I'm actually pretty proud of that. And I think I'll do something around the side here too, to kind of add some layers there as well, but this front is looking pretty good. I also want to do something on the inside here. I think I'm going to add like a little bit of a hayloft up here to kind of break up this giant room. Kind of spin it around the side here. Add a little bit of hay, maybe some barrels up there. Yeah, that'll help the inside because right now it's just a giant room. And I'll be able to decorate a little bit more. Okay, there's my little loft done. I am going to decorate it. I'm going to put some barrels on it. But I did come across a little bit of an issue. I made it out of slabs. Okay, wait, I want to make barrels, but I don't think I've ever made a barrel in Minecraft before. Okay, there you go. So I made the loft out of slabs, except I put the slabs on the bottom half of the block, which means that when I'm going to place my barrels, I'm going to have to make it a full block so the barrels aren't just floating in the air, which is fine. If I had thought about it a little harder, I would have put the slabs on the top half and then I wouldn't have this issue, but of course I didn't do that. But that's okay. Okay, and there's the barn mostly done for now anyways. I'm gonna add some hay bales up with the barrels as well, I think. But to get hay bales, I need wheat. And for wheat, I need a proper running farm. So that's what we're gonna do next before we get the hay bales. I have an idea for what I want to do with the farm. I want to make it kind of like a hill with the wheat and the carrots and the potatoes next to the barn or behind the barn. I haven't decided that yet, but it's going to look really pretty. So for now, I just need to go down here and collect all of my stuff. You can see here how this is just not growing. Just not growing down here, and I think it's just too far away that the chunks aren't loading properly or something like that. That's my theory right now. I don't know. But I'm going to gather all this stuff up and then I'll show you what I mean. Okay, I'm just realizing that before I do any of this, I'm going to have to fill in all of these massive holes that are around. But that's okay. I don't mind terraforming, so that won't be an issue. But I'll show you my idea. So I could have it coming down this hill here. Have a nice little hay field. Wow, there are a lot of holes. I knew there was a lot, but I didn't realize how many. Or here's the other place I could do it. I could do it behind the barn, back here. It's a lot steeper back here. Yeah. You know, I think doing it on the side is going to look better, even though there's all these holes. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go fill in these holes now, and then I'll start the barn. Yeah, okay, well, that's fun. So with my change of plan, I went and gathered all the dirt I had, which was thankfully a few stacks because of all the terraforming I'd done in the village. So I had about a stack in my chest at home, and I got most of it from the village, so that was handy. And I got to work, placing dirt block after dirt block after dirt block. There's a whole cave system underneath my house, which is really handy for caving, not so handy for terraforming. Either way, I used all of the dirt I had and then had to go get more dirt, but I filled in most of the holes. Okay, I had a great idea. I'm gonna place a fence around the whole farm so that my animals can roam around and they'll just be attached to the barn. Okay, I have run out of fences, but in true me fashion, I'm going to move on to the next thing because I'm excited about it and don't want to do what I was doing. So I think this is where I'm gonna make the farm. I think if I place some water underneath trapdoors, then it should be enough for my farm to be completely wet soiled. Is that what that block is called? I don't know. But if I place trapdoors on top, then I'm not going to risk falling into the water and it'll be great. And I can place torches on top of the trapdoors. So I think I have to dig 2 down. I'll put the water there and then the trapdoor goes on top like that. I think that's what I want to do, right? Because I can't put the water on the same block as the trapdoor. So it'll have to go 2 down, but I think that's okay. I think it'll still work. Yeah. And without testing my hypothesis, I went and did that to the entire area I wanted to make a farm. And if you know anything about Minecraft, you are probably yelling right now because, well, this doesn't work. Except I wasn't smart enough to test this out before I started and just spent a long time doing something that I was gonna have to redo again. Okay, I think that completes it. I think that should be enough that it should reach everything, but if I need some more, I can make some more. That's fine. Yeah. So, let's go test this. I'm just realizing I probably should have tested this before I did the whole thing. But that's fine. That's fine. My dirt. That's annoying. See, there's all these little pockets of cave underneath, and I didn't think about that, but that's fine. That's an easy fix. So I want most of this to be wheat farm, I think. Mostly because I just have a lot of seeds and not as many carrots and potatoes. But I also eat a lot of bread, so that'll work out great. There's another hole there. Whatever, that's fine. So yeah, most of this is going to be wheat. And oh no. Oh no 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 no. Wait, is my water... Did my water have to be 1 up? I thought that was gonna work. Oh shoot, that's not good. Oh, now my hoe's broken. Ah. Okay, I've got a new hoe. Let's test this out. I thought water had to be 1 below. Can you waterlog trapdoors? I feel like that didn't used to be a thing. But it probably is now, because now you can waterlog everything. Let's see. Place that there. Oh. Place another trapdoor on top. Okay! That works. This should work. If this doesn't work, then I don't know what I've done wrong. Please work. Please work. You've got this. Yes! Okay. This works. This just means that I'm gonna have to go around to every single one and redo it. That's annoying. So, you guessed it. I went around with my bucket of water and redid all of these holes that I had just spent the last half hour doing. This is a lesson to test your hypothesis before you go and waste a bunch of your time. Please be smarter than I was. Okay, now that I've redone all of that, I think I should actually be good to go now. Turning all of this into farmland took a while, but was also really satisfying. So I've turned it all into a little compilation, and I will leave you in peace. I hope you enjoy. And that's all the farmland done, which means I now get to go through my many stacks of seeds that I have managed to acquire so far through this world and plant all of them. This is going to be so pretty once it's all fully grown. I just look out my window and there's just going to be a beautiful wheat field and my carrots and potatoes too, but I don't have as many of those, so I'm going to plant them at the end. But yes, I am very excited to see this once it's actually grown. Maybe in the future I should create a carrot and potato farm too. But for now they're all going to be mixed together. That's fine. Once again, placing all of these seeds made a really satisfying time lapse. So I will leave you to this once again. Okay, so I've run out of seeds. I had so many stacks, I really thought I would have had plenty. But I guess my farm's just a little bigger than I anticipated, and I've run out. That's okay, I'm sure I will collect more, especially once this stuff grows. I will have plenty more seeds, so that's not a worry. And I think that makes a great stopping point for this episode. I hope you had a great time farming with me. I'm not quite sure what we're going to get up to next episode, but we'll see about that. Thank you so much for watching this episode. It means so much to me, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye!